It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3 on your Feel Good Friday morning. Hope you've been enjoying it so far with us. Right now, though, time for a bit of DIY here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm with Claire Plasconza, stylist and also brand ambassador, and we're talking Shabby Chic. Claire, Shabby Chic, what are we talking about when we say that?
All right, Shabby Chic is when you take a statement piece or an objet and you gently wear it using wax and sandpaper. So it in effect is a resistance technique that makes everything look vintage and old.
Wax and sandpaper. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, so what exactly are we going to be doing this morning? I see you've got these two beautiful pieces.
Okay, I've salvaged these two beautifully shaped candelabra. I'm a great recycler. And we're now going to start creating the effect.
All right, so obviously this is the finished product, what we have right here on the left.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. So how do we get from this to that?
Okay, well, let me show you.
All right, so what do we need, first of all?
Okay, the most important thing is to select a wood primer for your substrate. So I'm going to demonstrate it on the blocks.
Okay.
All right, these are super wood. So every step here, we superimposing over there.
Perfect.
Step number one, prime the raw wood.
All right.
Okay, I've now taken my lovely primer and I've primed it.
Okay.
It's all dry.
That's it, so that's what it will look like
That's step
after.
two.
Perfect.
The next step, I'm going to take my lovely colour and I'm going to paint this double velvet product over the wood. It's a water-based product.
Yes.
Okay, let that dry. Now, I'm going to dem how to wax.
All right.
You take your piece, which is painted purple, step three, and you literally take your candle wax and you rub it everywhere.
So what is the effect of the wax? I mean,
Okay.
what does it do?
When I paint my next layer over this wax, it dries, and then wherever there's wax, the paint doesn't stick. So it resists the paint. And when I sand it, it's going to reveal the colour underneath the wax, which will be this beautiful plum.
Clever, giving
Very
it that
interesting.
worn kind of look.
Yes. Now, always use statement pieces for this sort of thing. And anything with a moulding, carvers that have a beautiful moulding, a piece of kitchen panel that's got recessed panels, you would take a glaze and you rub the glaze into these little recessed pieces and it just finishes the piece off so it looks like a beautiful heirloom or authentic piece.
Wow, okay. Cool, so we've rubbed this with wax.
Yes.
Well, let's move on to our next step.
Then you would take your lovely paint colour.
All right.
All right. Once again, double velvet.
All right.
And I now simply paint a thin layer over my candelabra.
Right, just lightly over the wax.
Yeah, and evenly. Keep it as even as possible and try and make it vaguely neat.
This is really a great idea to kind of just breathe something new, maybe into a certain room in your house or, you know, maybe in the bedroom as well. It could be really nice.
I think more than for walls, it's about doing it on a beautiful bedhead that has ornate mouldings on it.
Yes.
Like I said, always pick a statement piece.
All right.
Don't shabby chic every item in your home. It really would be a bit of an overkill.
It might be a little overkill, exactly.
You know, and that's not the look anymore. It was there about 10 years ago. Now we're going to do the next step.
All right, so now obviously we wait for it to dry.
Correct.
Okay.
Now what I've done, I've demonstrated on the block. It's all prepped and dry.
Yes.
And the secret here is to pull the paint off. Now, can you see what's happening?
And look at that.
It actually starts to give this amazing look of wear and tear.
That is incredible.
Okay, now I'm going to use a bit of sandpaper to
Yeah.
give it a little bit more.
So you can really go and play
Effect.
around with this.
As much as you want to, as much as your energy allows.
That's it.
Actually, let me just use
Oh, there we
that.
go.
Now, elbow grease. Now, can you see what starts to happen?
You can
You
see that
start
paint.
getting that weathered look. Now you can. It doesn't have to be over the top. I mean, it can be gently weathered. I actually prefer it a little bit more shabby, but it all depends on the scheme you're doing or the objet you're working
Indeed.
with. And finally, you would put on an antique glaze, and this just deepens the colour, because, I mean, that doesn't really look vintage yet.
Not just yet, yes.
Not just yet. So the secret here is you take your little bit of your plum paint.
Okay.
You mix it with a tinter. Now, you cannot use tinter alone because it will not dry.
Yes.
Now, tinter is how we tint all our colours. So you'll get raw amber tinter, which I'm using, or ochre tinter, but in this instance it's raw amber. I've added a little bit of water into my piece of Tupperware plate, and you simply paint. I need a little bit more raw amber.
That's it.
And I'm now going to rub.
That's it. So you don't overdo it.
No. And just make sure your cloth's damp.
All right.
Can you see what's happening?
And look at that.
And remove
It's aging before
the
my eyes,
excess.
just like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, get rid of the excess paint by
Yes.
rubbing. You see where I had too much purple, it's too
Yeah.
purple. So you must use that paint with the stainer. Okay. And then, so I carry on rubbing.
Well, that is it. That is absolutely beautiful. And then at the end, if you've done that, you'll get this candelabra, which looks exactly like this. This is our finished product right here, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Voila.
And it was quick as well.
Well, this is the thing. It's weekend fun. So start small and then move to something larger like a bedhead.
Perfect. Claire, thank you so much for joining us and giving us some great ideas. This is Shabby Chic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you want to catch more details on this, you can always log on to our website, expressoshow.com. Claire, once again, thank you so much. You're more than welcome to finish up that one if you want.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
And people must go onto the Plascon DIY website because then they can get the steps.
And they can all get the steps there as well. Perfect. That's Plascon. What's the website? Plascon?
It's just Plascon, www.plascon.co.za.
Perfect.
We've
Claire
got a few.
We've got a few. Perfect. Claire, our Plascon stylist and also brand ambassador, teaching us Shabby Chic this morning to spice up your home. Right now, though, from Shabby Chic, it's your chance to win a trip to the Durban July.
Plascon Velvet Glow, now available in a non-drip, water-based, low-odor formulation, backed by a 12-year quality guarantee. Plascon, paint with imagination.